Hi there, it's Shell and Clint.
Hola! Have fun crafting with Shell today.
Clint's heading out to work on the blender orders. So, but he wanted to pop in and say hi to you guys. He's such a goofball. Okay, so what we are going to do now is start making some ephemera to go in, to go in our journals. So Clint just told me the one cat went to bed because the other cats pick on her sometimes. So anyways, I want to show you guys this Etsy haul that I got from my niece last night. You know, she has started up a Etsy shop, and it is Kendra's Paper Crafts with a K. So it's Kendra's Paper K Crafts. So I will put a link below if I am not explaining that right. Geez, you know. But anyways, she has these. It's kind of like a botanical paper, and they're called botanical. Oh, what am I thinking? They're botanical brochures, but look at the little pieces in there. So I gave her a whole bunch of these, and she coffee dyed them, and we loved how they turned out. So she does have some of these in her shop, and they are very limited, but I wanted to share that with you guys because we're not sure we can even find this paper again. And then she also has like I think this is like tracing paper that she coffee dyed, and it has kind of this cool like black on it, and I think it's from, you know, just the layering of the coffee and stuff, but I love that. So I took some of those. We have a trading system. And then these blue pieces, which are, they're like, oh, what were these things called? Like resume pieces or something. They have like a score line right here, and you would fold it over, and then it's like a resume cover or something. So you have your fancy resume, and then I think you close that on top of it, something like that. You guys would know if you deal with resumes and stuff. But it's like a heavier paper. I think it was like a 30-pound paper. And I wanted to show you some of these, of the awesome, you know, look she got. This is what it looked like originally, that blue, and then that's what, you know, it kind of turned out like. It's so cool. But she's been doing a lot of experiments and stuff, and she has a pretty good stock. So we were working on that yesterday, and so you guys go over and see Kendra's Paper Crafts with the K instead of a C on Etsy. So anyways, today we are just going to kind of work on doing some decoupaging. I went through my napkins, and sadly I did not find very many farm ones, but I knew I had this one in there somewhere. It took me going through them, you know, at least twice before I could find this one. But look at those. Aren't those fun? So I am going to make some flips and stuff like that, and then I also have these really cool paper bags that I am going to cut, and we're going to decoupage on them as well and stick those in our journals. And since I'm working on 3 journals, I thought, you know, it's just easier to get everything done at one time. Okay, sorry, I had to stop and grab some more papers that I wanted to use because we're going to decoupage on these, and I didn't want them to, you know, be the really pretty paper. So here's some more that my niece does. And let's see, this one, I'm trying to remember what I did when I designed this little, it's like a little fold over, and it's such a simple piece, and I was thinking about it earlier that I really wanted to put this in my journal. So you just fold it down the center, And then we're just going to kind of line it up and, you know, kind of get like a middle fold. Very, very simple. And I do have like a more in-depth tutorial for this on my channel. I think it's under my embellishment series. So, do it like that. And let's go ahead and cut it. I'll just show you guys. And then on the corner fold, or in the middle fold, you're just going to kind of cut it like a V. Just kind of, I made mine thicker and I'll show you why. Just to kind of do a little bit different. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to glue these. And again, I'm using my art glitter glue that I absolutely love. I use this for everything. So I have to tell you guys, I went to my friend Donna's house and she has that Fabri-Tac glue. And I've heard people say that it smells, but you know, I've never tried it. So I asked her if I could smell her glue. That stuff is horrible. I couldn't believe how horrible it was. So it kind of smells like a really potent fingernail polish remover. So I was just like, what? I guess people don't tell you that when you... But I know it's an awesome glue. You know, I had just never used it. I use art glitter glue pretty much for everything. So what you want to do is you're just gluing, you know, down so that you have a pocket. So, like down here. And kind of fold it over. They're pretty simple, you know. One day I was taking a nap and this idea came to me, so I had to make a video of it. So let me grab my corner chopper. And if you wanted to, you could, you know, round the corners on both of them. I'm just rounding one side. So, and that's really the extent of this. You know, I'm going to do some decoupage on them, but I wanted to go ahead and get those done first. So I'm going to go ahead, fold these together. I mean, you can kind of fold them, you know, however you want to. First. Sorry, I just quit talking, didn't I? And then fold this in half. And the reason I kind of cut them is, you know, a little bit different, is it's going to give me a little bit wider place for my tags, because I'll put tags in there. So just kind of aiming for the center. Just, you know, like a 1/16 of an inch, an 1/8 of an inch, and then I'm just trimming that down. And then I'll do the same thing on the other side. So just kind of towards the center. And that's pretty much the extent of these. They don't, like I said, they don't take a long time to make, which is nice. I think, you know, I've heard some people just spend like months on junk journals, and when you first start out, sometimes it really does take that long, you know, because you're kind of like, where do I go from here? And, you know, the ideas are kind of few and far between, but as you kind of get going, then you can kind of, you know, get the hang of it, and the ideas, you know, don't take that long to come together. So, and I'm sorry, one lady I was watching, she actually has like a checklist that she was sharing with the junk journal one of my Facebook journal groups that I'm in. And it was so cool because, you know, she does like bags so you can clip them. I mean, look at this one, isn't that pretty? So bags that you can, anyways, check it off. So it's like bags and tags and, you know, papers and things like that, which is really nice. I don't know, I just thought I'd do it like this. No rhyme or reason, really. But I was thinking it would be nice, especially if you're a beginner, to have yourself a little checklist. You know, mine's in my head, and you know what that tells you. So I am using coffee dyed paper here, and I was hoping it would kind of add a little bit when I decoupage my my napkins on here. And kind of, really, Sophia? Never a dull moment. But I was hoping it would kind of like add a little bit of interest and stuff. So I'm going to just kind of do that. Sometimes if your flap's kind of, you know, long, wide, you can do it on one side and then on the other side. Sorry you guys can't see that because somebody's chunky little bottoms here. Okay. So it's so beautiful outside. I was tempted to just put off making a video. It's about 2 o'clock. No, it's about 3 o'clock. And I was kind of tempted to just, you know, put off making this video and just kind of working outside, but I really wanted to get this up for you guys. And Clem's out there carving and stuff. So it's going to be quiet, hopefully. I don't hear anything. Oh, he still hasn't got started yet. So anyway, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? So let's go ahead and put these here. I'm not sure how far we're going to get, but I did want to try something too. So these are done because I'm just doing one per book. But I did want to try something with these bags. I think they're called like wine bags or something. And I picked up tons of them last year. But I was thinking to make them a little bit wider, maybe I can kind of reverse the gusset. Is that going to work? I think it might. Look at that. Sophia, what are you doing, baby? Daddy's outside and Mommy's talking to herself, so they're like, we don't know what to do with ourselves. So I think I'm going to do that for all 3 of them because I like that look. Sorry. Can you see Sophia's little nose? So yesterday was just such a long day. You know, usually we don't have a lot of stuff going on, and you know, we just hang around the house and stuff. But I went up the road to see my friend that I met on, actually here on YouTube, and she lives just around the corner from where my best friend lives, one of my best friends. And so I went up to see her, and then we got to talking. And you know how when you're meeting somebody for the first time, you're kind of like, I'm not sure, but I think we liked each other, because 2 hours later I'm like, oh, we gotta go. Because I was supposed to meet my niece to help her with her Etsy store, and they were making us dinner. So, but my husband was talking to her husband, and you know, I was chatting about crafting, and you know how I love to ramble, so we just had a good old time, and I enjoyed it, and they said they did too. So, definitely be getting together again. But Oh, she just made me laugh. And they have a puppy, and it's like this really big dog, and his name is Muffin. Oh, the sweetest puppy. I know it's an adult, but you know how you have to call them puppies. And then they had Hondo and Zeus. But Zeus is a girl. I remember that from our conversations. So I met a new friend, and you know, we've kind of got tentative plans to maybe do some yard selling or something this season. So that's fun. Hi, Donna. I know you're watching. Okay, guys. So I'm ready to start my decoupaging. Geez, all for that, huh? Sorry, I got a hair in my glasses. So anyways, like I said, these were the only kind of farmy ones I could find. But I did find, you know, some butterflies and like this. Isn't that pretty? So, I mean, I have plenty of napkins, you know, just because I didn't exactly find what I was looking for. But it gives me something to look for later, you know. So what I'm going to do is just kind of dress it up and maybe, you know, kind of do a collage decoupage. So I want to show you guys a tip. And if I can find my washi tape, there it is. Here's my washi tape. And I mean, you can use clear tape. I think I'm the only house that doesn't have Scotch tape. I have any other kind of tape, but not Scotch tape. But just take your piece of tape, and it will usually attach to one of the white sections as you're separating them. And then you can just pull that off, but it kind of gives you a place to pull. And I save these, and let me go ahead and do that with all of these that you know, that they don't have the white removed. You really need to do that so you get a really nice layer on your decoupaging. And I'm pretty sure this was a Crafty Irina idea. Seems like I saw her do this, and it seems like Miss Gayle had mentioned that it was a Crafty Irina. Oops. I ripped it, but I'm not going to let that stress me out any. Okay. So we had to go to town today for work, and you know, town's like 25 minutes away. So we went down, Clint and I went down and had breakfast, and there's a little cafe down there that we just love. So we went down and had breakfast, and then he did his job. And I looked up this one thrift store that we really like to go to, and it said they opened at 9 o'clock. So, sorry, it looked like it was, you know, separating. This one's going to have 2 layers, so, and I just saved some of my washi tape. And so we went and we got to the thrift store. We kind of killed time until 9 o'clock because we were done with work. And we got to the thrift store, and the lady came out and said, "We don't open for another hour." So we didn't get to go, but tomorrow, hopefully, you know, we'll have time to go to that one. We'll see what tomorrow brings. Okay, so got all those. Really easy to separate with a little bit of tape. I have tons of washi tape, so usually that's what I use. Okay, the first one I decided, I think I want to use this one. I think it'll be really pretty. And I'm going to do, you know, the technique where you just take your paintbrush and just kind of wet around. I have some water here just to kind of separate your napkin piece out instead of ripping it. It does make it so much easier if you have water. I don't always have it, but I happened to pull some while ago. So I do. And then your piece just kind of comes out really nicely. There we go. So I thought that would be really pretty here. And I think I want to take it down just a little bit here. And a little tiny bit here as well. Okay, and I think that'll be kind of pretty. And then I was thinking about maybe just throwing a chicken. Is that weird? Of course it's weird. Let's do this yellow cochin. Uh-oh. Have to be careful because my water kind of spread through my napkin and I don't want to like rip their heads off. So, okay. We'll kind of have them, that way it looks kind of like they're in the background. So, these are cochins. These are some that we have something similar like in our chicken coop. Okay, so now I'm just going to use some matte Mod Podge and okay. Anyways, I couldn't find like a bigger, I don't know, paintbrush, so I'm going to use this one. I think I put my other one up so I wouldn't lose it, and I can't find it. Oh, I tell you guys. But it's been a pretty nice day, you know. We just kind of relaxed and came home, and Clint got to take a nap, and, you know, I mean, we both did, but he's hurting so bad because he had to do so much driving yesterday that he, it's going to take him a while to recover from that, and then we got to drive tomorrow quite far, so just, you know, it's starting to be one of those weeks, one of those seasons, I guess, where work's coming in daily. But I'm still able to, you know, get my videos up for you guys. I appreciate all of your fun comments and stuff. You know, yeah, I was looking, I think I asked which cover you guys liked, and you know, pretty much all three of them, well, I guess two of them had some pretty good likes on it, and the one that has the chickens on it didn't really get, no one said that that was their favorite or anything. And I was thinking, you know, I kind of agree. You know, I like all three of them, but I'm really anxious to see how the one with the crocheted chicken is going to look. I'm anxious to see that. I think that's funny that I chose a crocheted pumpkin. Crocheted chicken, or rooster, whatever it is. But see, that's kind of cute. I mean, you can decoupage on these as much as you want. I really at least wanted one side, which is what you're going to see as you're flipping through the book. So I wanted, you know, one side decoupaged, and I might just leave everything else and just kind of do a decoupage just on the one side. I can always come back later just to kind of decorate up my pages, and then, you know, I can save the rest for journaling space. You know, that would be really nice. Might go ahead and put something on the back. Should I? What do you guys think? Okay, well, let's let this one dry for a little bit. We'll work on this one and just kind of play with it and see what we can come up with. I think we still have quite a bit of time. Let's put a magnolia. Isn't that pretty? And since my paintbrush is goopy now from my from my Mod Podge, I'm not going to use that. But I kind of want the word, because I think that adds a lot to it, you know, the little words and stuff. And we'll kind of put that out. But I don't know if I mentioned it, but we did, the front door is open. and some of the cats love it when the front door's open. So we have like a big, one of those big glass doors so they can look out. You know, it's kind of like a top screen. Because since we have cats, we didn't want like a full screen door. So there's the top screen, so they can't climb it or anything. But Cubby's over there. He loves, actually both of the little brothers are over there, Cubby and Little Bear. But they love the fresh air and just looking out. Because, you know, they can look out at their height. So that's kind of fun. And it's kind of keeps them occupied while I'm crafting. So, is that going to fit? It's not going to fit. Okay, I'm just going to, you know what, I'll just leave it and then we'll cut it off. Let's do that. But yeah, they're just loving it. Clint's working outside today, doing some, you know, the blenders. And it's just such a beautiful day. It's really windy though. We have a lot of wind in the spring, and you can definitely tell it today. Very, very windy. But it was so beautiful, and I was thinking, oh, I want to be outside. We still have a little bit of snow, but it's where we had that huge, like 7-foot drift. But I mean, less than a foot left, and everything else is pretty much melted off. But back in when we had those bad snowstorms, we had a pretty good sized drift. Oh no. Okay. It kind of wrinkled up, so I was able to save it. Yay me. Okay, and because it's a farm journal, I'm gonna pull out my chickens. See my mess over here? Let's do like a dark one. That would be kind of fun. Maybe like these black ones or something. Or maybe just a single one. He's kind of down here by himself. But that's kind of fun to kind of mix and match, and you know, put little roosters here and stuff. But I didn't have any fences or anything. I was really surprised I didn't have, you know, something that looked more farmy than just the flowers and such. Oh, isn't that cute though? I mean, it's just, oh, so cute. Okay, let's set that back here to dry. It's really dry here, you know, as a rule. So these are drying really, really quick, which is nice. So maybe I can get everything done today that I, you know, want to get done. Let's kind of go with this one. And I think I'm just going to kind of pull out my flower and just kind of see what I can get. I think I just want this one tulip, not necessarily the iris. Because I know I'm going to want to put a rooster beside it, because it just cracks me up. And, you know, maybe I'll do it like that. But it's not enough. So, what else should I do? I need like, what do I need? I need something else. Like some butterflies. No, I don't know. Like some of this greenery or some of the, you know, just some kind of fill-in stuff. So let's just kind of pull that in. So it kind of looks more, you know, like it's kind of more put together. Something like that. I'm just taking off the sharp edges. I don't think I'm going to really see them. And, you know, when it's a napkin, you don't really see, you know, too much stuff like that. But just in case, I'm just removing, you know, some of that sharp edge. So let's see. Ooh, maybe like that. That's what I'll do. Kind of gives me a little bit of, you know, more on here. And then it also kind of blends in with that pink that was on that napkin. See what I did there. Okay. But I am so looking forward to yard sale season and stuff. It's so nice here, and I was taking some stuff out to the shed earlier, and we have, you know, we have that big craft shed outside, and I was thinking, you know, I really should go through some stuff and have my own yard sale. But I really do not like giving yard sales. I just like going to them. So I might just get a bunch of stuff and take it down to the thrift store or something like that. Okay, so I'm going to put that there. And it kind of has, you know, a little bit of pink from before. And the other napkin, I think that'll look just fine. There we go, that's cute. We need a rooster down here. And let's do this one. There's two of them, and it kind of bulks up, so I thought that might be perfect to have, you know, like a multiple grouped, not multiple, but double duo group. I don't know. Oh, that's gonna be so cute. What do you guys think? Oh, I just have an idea what I want on the other side of these. So I think I'm gonna just pop that there and see if I got glue everywhere I needed it. Cute. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to just pop that in my water over here, and this one's dry. I mean, it's totally dry. That did not take that long, did it? This one is dry. It's a little bit damp right there, but not horrible. And I'm just going to kind of clean that up. Aren't those cute? Look how cute those are. You can do anything if you have like imagination, you know. I'm spreading out my chickens and stuff, and I think it's going to work really well. So I'm going to let that one dry, but I was thinking on these in the back, I think it would be cute just to add a chicken. Or a couple of chickens, you know. Just for a little bit of interest without taking up, you know, tons of space. Just have that in my water. I'll just stick him right here just for a little bit of interest. How cute. And we'll call that one done. So I love that. That's so adorable. Okay. So let's grab this one. We'll use this hen here. And we'll put her on the other side. It doesn't really matter, but just trying to, you know, make them a little bit different, not all the same. How sweet is that? Isn't that adorable? And then they kind of go together, so maybe this is the male and he's looking for his honey and she's on the other side. I don't know. Okay, so this one is almost dry. I tell you, it's so dry here. But it's so nice because, you know, it doesn't take things that long. Okay, so let's kind of do like another set here. Ooh, maybe this brown set, since I'm kind of pulling from that side anyways. Okay, and then we'll just put this one like in the middle. Or really make them different. Why not? How pretty that is. That's just beautiful. That is Rhode Island. It says La Rhode Island. And this is La Naga Cells. I don't know. But anyways, aren't those adorable? I love those. Okay, so we're done with those. Nice. Okay, so now we're going to kind of play with our things here. And I was thinking about doing some decoupaging as well. But I really don't have, you know, that much to choose from. So I'm going to go grab some other stuff and we're going to do something different with our bags. And I will be right back. Okay, so today, now, I was thinking about starting a whole new video. I don't know. Ignore me. Anyways, you know, I was thinking, what could I add some color to these? You know, like a whole bunch at one time. And I thought about my Distress Oxides. Now, oxides give you a brighter color. And we're going to just play with these, see if it's going to work or not. And I tried to choose like some colors I thought were in the books. So I chose some Fired Brick, some Walnut Stain, which is a really dark brown, and then some Blue Jeans. So we're just going to kind of mix and match and just see if I can find anything that works. If it doesn't work, I have tons of these bags, so, you know, but I was thinking if I could put the Distress Oxide on it, then maybe later I can come back and decoupage a chicken or a rooster or something, you know, or stencil or whatever. So I thought, well, I may as well get messy. Why not? So I'm just going to put a little bit of my Distress Oxide. This is Walnut Stain. I will link these below. The Distress Oxides will show up like on black paper and stuff like that, you know. And I absolutely love them. I'm going to do quite a bit of red. And I think we're just going to do those two. Have a spray bottle, and we're just going to kind of spray it, kind of activate. Look how it changes color. Can you see that? And we'll just kind of spray it, reactivate the colors, and just see if we get anything that we like, you know. Just to kind of add a little bit of color. And I'm kind of liking that. I added a lot of water, but you know, it's going to give me a little bit more texture, some color for sure, so they're not just plain paper bags. So I'm kind of liking that. Let's kind of just let that dry for a minute. Let's go ahead and do one of the other bags because I have so much ink and stuff down here. And I mean, we can layer this until, you know, till our heart's content or whatever, and just kind of add more colors. I think I'm definitely going to have to add more brown to this, but we'll kind of let that kind of dry up a little bit and, you know, kind of give us a little bit of interest. So, like I said, I'm not exactly sure how these are going to turn out, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and wipe that up, because mainly I think I just put way too much water, but I'm kind of liking how it's starting to turn out, and, you know, it's coloring up a little bit, so it'll be kind of fun to see how it does when it's dry. I know I want some more of this dark brown, which is Walnut Stain, and I think I'm just going to add some of that right now to the side that's already wet. Just kind of do it like that, so it's maybe not as wet. Oh, there we go. Kind of have a hint of the red instead of more red than the brown. And that's kind of fun. You know, this is another thing from the card making world. You know, when these distress oxides first came out, you know, everyone had to have them, including me. But I really love how they add different colors, and I hadn't really put much thought about it, but Diane Hubert, and her link is listed below, she, you know, plays with these occasionally, making tags and stuff. So when I was trying to think, what could I put on these to kind of, you know, decorate them up a little bit, then I thought of these because of Diane Hubert. So, how fun is that? And they're already drying. I mean, things dry so quick here. Okay, so on this one, I'm just going to try to sop up the rest of this, because I don't mind doing layers. And another thing with the Distress Oxide is they're going to layer for you pretty nicely. They're not necessarily going to blend in. So, I kind of like that. So let's kind of let some of this dry just for a minute. Kind of clean this up a little. But it's kind of fun to have, you know, just kind of some of your own artwork in your projects. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I tell you guys, but look how this one's drying. Kind of has a little bit of the red, and I think it's turning out really nicely. And it's not going to be long before that's dry. So, kind of let it dry for just a minute. This one's dry. Let's go ahead and work with this one. This one's pretty dry because it was, you know, I just kind of sopped up what I had left over. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of blue to this one because we haven't used the blue yet. Do it like that. And I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more of the brown because I don't want too much blue. Okay, and then we're just going to try not to use too much. Just kind of pop it in here and see what we can get. Ooh, isn't that pretty? Very pretty. Ooh, I really like that. It's kind of splotchy, but it's not horribly. You know, it's not as bad as like these over here that I put too much water on. I kind of like that. I'm going to go ahead and take this and just kind of go into that too. And just pick up some of that ink. See how it kind of is an interesting... I think it's drying out on me. But just think it's too much water again. That's okay. That'll have some interesting colors. Don't they look like a mess? Are you guys thinking, oh my gosh, Michelle, what are you doing? This really does clean up pretty well. I think I have glue or something, probably Mod Podge from earlier. But, I mean, this one, I don't know, it kind of looks like mold. We're going to fix that because I can't leave it like that. Let's do, I don't really want to incorporate blue into all three of them. So let's go ahead and we'll add some more of the red. Maybe make them a little bit brighter red, and then we can always come back with some more brown. Okay, do it like that. Maybe do another layer of red on it. We'll see how that looks. Oh, you guys, I crack myself up sometimes, but you probably already figured that out. Hey, baby, you okay? Clint's walking around. He's coming in for a break. So I think those are turning out okay. You know, they're kind of scary. But, I mean, we have a long time before, not long, but we have a while before we're done. This one I had red on. So again, I'm just going to kind of just do a little mist. Hopefully it's not too much. I'll mix it up, the color. My hands are all grimy anyway, so it doesn't really matter, does it? Okay, so let's just see what we can get. That doesn't look too bad. And then I don't want red in this one. Did I do both sides? Nope. I should. Just to add some color. You guys wondering where I'm going with this? The bad thing is, I mean, we're almost to our limit, so you're not going to see these until tomorrow. But, you know, anticipation. Look at my hands. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and put, I like that though, it's kind of ended up like a gray and a brown. That's not bad at all. That's really interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other side kind of the same way. I'll put some blue down. The blue I'm using is Faded Jeans, and Walnut Stain is the brown. So let's just kind of, we'll try that. You never know until you play, and sometimes I really envy Diane Hubert because, boy, she'll get these things out and get her hands all messy, and she just plays. And sometimes I'm thinking, why don't I do that? You know, you're kind of like, I want to play. And I have all this stuff, it's just putting it together, you know. I like this one. And I think we're about done as far as like tamping it and adding color to this one. I just really, I didn't want plain craft paper, you know. I really like that. Let's add a little bit more of the Walnut Stain just to kind of darken it up just a bit. Yeah, I was thinking, did that put a layer of paper just to kind of, but I do have some ideas now to finish these out. I bet you guys were wondering, huh? This will be a Michelle original piece of art. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Okay, so let's go to this one. It has blue, it has red. It's really red too, isn't it? I don't know. It's kind of, it's really wet. Okay, so let's put some brown. I'm not going to add any more red at this time just because I have so much going on with the red, but I do want to darken it a little bit. And just kind of give it a little bit more, you know, vintage look. These are going to look vintage because they're going to look like they came out of the trash. Just saying. That's what we aim for, isn't it? I don't know. Recyclables. I don't know, guys. Oh. Okay, I'm going to kind of let that dry. I'm going to look at this one. I might want to add a little bit more brown to this one as well. Just because it's really red, and I mean, I like the red, but you know, Ooh, I like that better. Kind of looks like it's got coffee grounds all over it, you know, which is what we aim for. So, you know, you just got to keep playing until you get what you want. And, you know, I was laughing because, you know, this used to be stuff we threw away, but now, I mean, that's stuff we use, you know, coffee dyeing and all that. I wonder if I can save this. Look how pretty that is. Okay, I don't know. Maybe it'll dry really nicely. So funny. Okay, so let's see if any of them are dry. That one is drying up pretty nice. I like that one. Look at that one. It's kind of interesting. It looks, and you know, one of the things about the Distress Oxides is they're kind of chalky, which is kind of cool. But I really like how that turned out. That's really interesting. I think that'll go fun in our journals. So, you know what? I am going to call it done for our video for today, because otherwise I have to let these dry and then we still have to decorate them. So when we start tomorrow's video, I will pick up from here and we'll go ahead and get these decorated and stuck in our journals. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up. Click on that bell. I'm uploading daily. And we will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. You guys have a wonderful day.